On this installment of Kick-Ass Turkeys, we're going to find out why adult film directors really ought to stick to adult films. Don't go away, Kick-Ass Turkeys is coming up next. You're watching Kick-Ass Turkeys. This is the video series that examines and discusses movies that kick ass, not only in spite of the fact that they're turkeys, but in most cases because they're turkeys. Good day to you, I'm PG Siegel. Today's movie is a 1974 release entitled Legacy of Satan. Now, the primary plot of The Legacy of Satan is a satanic cult is trying to find a queen. They choose a girl named Maya, and they try to get her to unwittingly come to them and then convince her to willingly take the throne. Of course, that's the primary plot. You'll also see some discussion, some betrayal. There's betrayal here. There's also some jealousy going on, and also her husband George tries to save her from this terrible, terrible fate. Basically, this movie, all I can say about it is you have to see it to really believe how bad it is. The acting is absolutely horrible.
Why do you keep hounding me?
Well, I tell you what, I'm not even going to call them actors. These people are really participants. You'll see here John Francis. Okay, John Francis had mostly supporting roles after this. This was about the first thing he'd ever been in. And then Paul Beery, he pretty much after this movie fell off the face of the earth until 2002. After that, he's been in several shorts. And right here you'll see James Proctor, who plays Arthur, who is actually Maya and George's friend, who tries to get Maya into the cult, but at the same time tries to stop her. After that, he was in nothing at all. And of course, Maya here, played by Lisa Christian. Yeah, Christian, ha ha ha, satanic movie, name's Christian, ha ha ha, very funny. She was in nothing after this. So maybe if they did become actors, at this point in time, they're nothing but participants. Of course, you know, a lot of things do make this movie bad. Of course, as I've already mentioned, the acting is just absolutely horrible. The dialogue is incredibly cheesy.
Take my hand.
Heaven help me.
You pitiful worm under my feet. You dare thwart me.
The soundtrack is just horrific. Okay, they use one synthesizer through the entire picture, and that's not even played all that well, and in many cases it just provides noise. Now I'm going to play a clip, and I want you to listen to the background. Now keep in mind, that racket goes on for about 2 minutes. Matter of fact, when I first watched this movie, I was afraid that maybe the audio on my copy was defective. And also the special effects are very laughable. I think a kid could do better with paper mache. You know, you can see this monster right here. Actually, that monster just pops up for absolutely no reason. And see some of these injuries here. Yeah, paper mache, definitely. Okay, I can really say nothing good about this movie. I mean, there is some lampoon value. The dialogue, being cheesy, you know, does have some lampoon value and some situational value that makes it where you could laugh at it. But overall, the movie just moves just so slow, it's unreal. Last movie I reviewed, Jack the Ripper Goes West, I said the problem was it was too short at 51 minutes. Well, at 67 minutes, this movie is just way too long. It really doesn't even have all that good lampoon value. Okay, with that being said, you know, of course the definition of a kick-ass turkey is a movie that's so bad that it's good. This movie, it either doesn't quite make being so bad that it's good, but really I think it's just so bad that it can't be good, that it's horrible. I can't even tell if this movie really takes itself seriously or not. It really even fails at failing. That's how bad this movie is. You have to see it to believe it, and that's one of the only reasons I'm going to recommend it. But there really is another reason that I'm going to recommend it. Okay, you can see here in the opening credits, the director of this movie was a fella named Gerard Damiano. I believe I have that pronounced correctly, Gerard Damiano. Okay, quick research reveals that this is the only non-adult film he's ever made. And to make things worse, this guy wasn't a fly-by-night porn director. He didn't just direct basement porns. He is responsible for a movie called Deep Throat. Of course, in Deep Throat, it's one of the most famous adult movies ever. You know, while we think that production value of adult movies is going to be terrible, it's actually the better of the two movies. If you compare Legacy of Satan to Deep Throat is the better production. Now, of course, you know, when I first thought and wondered, well, is Deep Throat the better movie? I realized that, yeah, maybe I lowered my expectations when I saw Deep Throat my first time, and it had been a number of years since I'd seen it. So to give the whole thing a fair shake, I did rent and watch Deep Throat again, strictly for research purposes, of course, and yes, it is actually the better of the two productions. The acting is better, the lighting is better, the camera work is better. Everything in Deep Throat is actually better than this movie. Okay, so as far as a kick-ass turkey goes, the only reason I can really recommend it, well, there are two. The first one, of course, is the director. You can see how good someone can be in one genre and how miserably they can fail in another. And then again, of course, to show everybody how bad this movie really is. But I'm afraid that if you do buy this movie, it'll wind up along with Gerard Damiano's other movies and wind up in that stack of videos you have in the closet that don't belong to you, that somebody else is watching. Well, that's all for this installment of Kick-Ass Turkeys. I'd really like it if you could comment, you know, put a comment on the channel. Video comments are welcome as well. I really look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Have a great day. Goodbye.